Humans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We've been born out of conquering a world. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful and we're beautiful and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. But you must stop bowing to those who want to make you a victim. You must become the victor. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, then you are an enemy of the New World Order and Satanism. They want us shut down because we have the spirit. I'm jacked into the source. I know the secret, and I want to see you empowered. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a story that I've wanted to talk about for a couple days now, but I've just had other things. This is the story of a company, you may know them, they go by the name of Ubisoft, refusing to learn a very, very valuable lesson about examining and analyzing your failures and mistakes and doing everything you can to course correct. You see, this company is run by a person that doesn't listen, that thinks that they know everything, that thinks that they have all the answers. And they continue to double and triple down, and they talk about all of these things that are observably not true. Observably not true. This person who says, our commitment is to inclusivity, our commitment to inclusivity is grounded in historical authenticity. No, it's not. And respect for diverse perspectives not driven by modern agendas. That is a total lie. And everyone knows it's a lie. You are not convincing anyone from this. You are doing more damage to your credibility than already you had done. Because people are looking for authenticity, they're looking for realness, and you come out and give a statement that they know is not true? This guy got eaten alive for the statement. And rightfully so. In the opinion of Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed franchise head, Mark Alexis Cote, not only is the accusation that upcoming Shadows is built on modern agendas, not only is the accusation that the upcoming Shadows is built on modern agendas completely unfounded, but those who claim so are nothing more than bad actors who are trying to incite hatred. Dude, you're retarded and you deserve to fail. You are genuinely too stupid to be in a leadership position at any company ever. I wouldn't trust you to run a hot dog stand. You are genuinely too irredeemably stupid to be in a position of power. You obviously did this to appeal to the phantom modern audience. You're obviously a low IQ virtue signaling asshole. And you don't have the ability to be honest with your consumer and say, yeah, we messed up and we're going to course correct. Instead, trying to put the onus on them. How is that going to work for you, you dumb fuck? How is that going to work for you? Alienating the people that you need to buy your product? Have you seen your stock? Have you seen your stock prices? Have you seen the litany of failures in Ubisoft's recent past? You need a win. And what is this with these people, these freaks, not acknowledging the basic reality of their situation? I don't get it. I don't understand. If you're in BioWare's position, if you're in Ubisoft's position, you should be fighting like hell. Giving everything that you have, every part of you should be invested into making this work. And what does antagonizing and alienating and insulting the audience actually do? It makes it harder to sell your product. The product that you need to sell. It doesn't matter how many people within the games industry, the games journalism industry, you win over to give you praise for putting a token character into your game. Those people don't buy products, and nobody respects their opinion anyway. They The media that you're trying to lick the asshole of went absolutely bananas for Dragon Age the Veilguard. They went absolutely nuts. 9s and 10s out of 10s. 100 marks. And what did that lead to? Nothing. Because it was rejected by the viewers, and people have seen through the bullshit. And so at this point, you have two options. You can either apologize for this, apologize, and make a statement that you are going to do everything in your power to course correct and to get rid of anything resembling DEI or ESG or diversity, equity, inclusion, anything having to do with modern agendas, and apologize on your hands and knees profusely for ever trying to pull that over the customer's eyes. Or you can resign. Those are your options. Because if you don't do any of those and have your replacement be somebody who's competent and articulate and can talk to the actual consumer base and make the changes needed, what's going to happen is you're going to go out of business and you're going to get bought up by somebody else. And you're going to get carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey. And you're going to lose your job. Because whether it's Tencent or whether it's another company, no one's going to want you in the leadership position. You have a chance to fix this. And instead you attack the audience, which has been the failing recipe for nearly every major company over the last 10 years. That is unbelievable how tone deaf and how ridiculous. Assassin's Creed has always been about exploring the full spectrum of human history. And by its very nature, that history is diverse. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not diverse. History is not diverse. Not at all. Not in any way, shape, manner, or form. You know what happens when you go back in the past and you look at Ireland? They're all white. They're all white. Everyone's white. You know what happens if you go in the past and you look at England? They're all white. You know what happens if you go to Africa and you look in the past? Well, some of them are light brown, the Egyptians, or they are darker brown, which is the sub-Saharan Africans. Do you understand? No, it was not diverse. This diversity thing is something that French freaks like you uttered to make yourself feel better about the reality that you live in a delusion. Your ideas are despised. They are not reality. They do not coincide with history. And you are LARPing and playing around with another culture's history, and they despise you for it. And instead of doing the right thing and groveling on your hands and knees and saying, please buy this game, we're going to make every change, Yosuke is going to be gone. He's going to be an NPC. We're bringing a Japanese fighting age male who's a samurai. There's no longer a female character. We're going to solely be having a masculine fighting age Japanese man. But you won't do that because you're too invested in your own bullshit. Staying true to history means embracing the richness of human perspective. You are a bullshit artist, and you're retarded. Without compromise. For example, in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we highlight figures both fictional, like Noe, a Japanese woman warrior, which you had to pick a fictional character. You had to make her up. What about all that authenticity? A Japanese woman warrior and historical, like Yosuke, the African-born samurai. No, he wasn't a samurai. Not much is known about him at all. You made it up. Because his history wasn't good enough for you. You had to invent the history because you're a bunch of virtue signaling idiots. While the inclusion of a black samurai in feudal Japan has sparked questions and even controversy, Naoi, as a fictional character, has also faced scrutiny for her gender. Yeah. No one wants to play a game as a female character. They just don't. Not if it's a game like Assassin's Creed. They want to play as Altair. They want to play as, They want to play as a character like Ezio. They want to play as a character who's a man. It's not hard to understand. And not only did you not let them play as a man, the Japanese character is a woman. You took the joy of playing as a Japanese fighting age man and turned him black and made him ridiculous and made him a clown. I mean, look at how dumb he looks. So let's see, where was I? On the subject of Shadow's controversial protagonist, Kote then argued, but just as Yosuke's presence in Japanese history is fact, so too are the stories of women who defied. You're a freak. You're a low intelligence freak. What do you mean you're not? What do you mean you're not driven by modern agendas? Are you? You're lying. You are a liar. You are a full-on bullshit artist liar. And people see through it. You're not convincing anyone with this. So while both Nae and Yosuke stories are works of fictional history, they reflect the collision of different worlds. You are a bullshit artist. That is what you are. Our community helps us grow, evolve, and deliver better games. You've delivered worse games. You've delivered substandard, inferior products. You have continuously disappointed. And here's the thing. You had Star Wars in your fingertips. You had an open world Star Wars game which basically writes itself. Look at Knights of the Old Republic. You don't have to be that quirky to be good to make a good open world Star Wars game. You have the blueprints written out for you. It's like, I will never understand this. We have more information at our fingertips than ever. We know what people want. But you put it in the hands of freaks like this, and they are obsessed with their own delusions of grandeur, their own self-importance, their own messages. And you know what? I take a giant steaming dump on your messaging. Your woke propagandistic nonsense, I reject it in its entirety. And guess what? It's not going to be long before they're selling your company for pennies on the dollar because of you and your inability to adapt. Whereas other companies will get in line and they'll start making games that people actually want. And that's your fate. That's your fate, and you've chosen it. Instead of being a reasonable, intelligent person trying to make money, trying to make a profit, trying to give the fans what they want, you instead are going to die on this hill. And then your company is going to die, and it's going to go under. Because you can't sustain on failures. You cannot sustain on failures. You cannot sustain on broken dreams. Oh, we have a vision for the... No, bullshit, buzzwords. You make the game that we want, or you're fired. You understand? We have that power. We have that power to fire you. You may think, well, you cannot fire me. You are not a shareholder. You cannot fire me. No, I can. I can absolutely do it. I can snap my fingers and you're fired. Just like that. Yeah. I actually don't have to snap my fingers at all. You're doing it on your own. You failed to deliver on a Star Wars game and make money out of that? How is that possible? You failed to use the Star Wars brand? You failed to use Assassin's Creed properly? No, you are the architect of your own destruction. I don't have to do anything. You're too stupid to take my advice. Too arrogant. Too self-worshipping. Too deluded. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, well, what more is there to say? Ubisoft has decided to blame you. You're the problem. You see, you just don't understand the genius of this failure. This narcissistic scumbag that wants to blame you for all of the problems that he himself generated. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Assassin's Creed Shadow can burn. And it will. And people aren't going to buy it. It's going to go the way of Concord. It's going to go the way of Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's going to go the way of all of these woke games. And either you get with the program and give us what we want, or you're going to go out of business. You're done. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.